Excuse me. My name is Steve Alquist. I write for Uprise Rhode Island. I don't always testify, or I don't often testify on bills, but this one's kind of important to me. Rhode Island has long not had a death penalty. We are a non-death penalty. We were one of the first states to not have a death penalty, maybe the second or first, depending on how you count it. And I think this bill is a death penalty. Well, not this bill, but the present situation is a death penalty of sorts. The children who are sentenced to life in prison are being executed now. Their life is being taken from them a day at a time, and every day that we do not have some kind of bill like this passed, they are in the process of dying in prison. And I think that in Rhode Island, we should be leading the way on this, not following the rest of these states that have already done this. Last year, I testified on the same bill. The first year it was introduced by Representative Ranglin Vassell. And after that, I received a letter from Mario Montero, who's been talked about a lot tonight. And he wrote to me asking me to bring some words here, and that's what I'm going to do. He says, "My name is Mario Montero. I am juvenile lifer serving time at the ACI. I am writing because I have a request. I believe there's a lack of knowledge at the State House and in general public as to how this legislation will work when it's passed. It will only give a chance at parole, no guarantee. Also, people don't know who would be given a chance at parole. It's not Craig Price. Oftentimes, the narrative when written about this legislation is inaccurate and misleading. Again, it's only a chance at parole and it's not Craig Price. When youth offenders are mentioned, such as myself, the focus is only on my worst mistake. I believe it is important to acknowledge the wrongdoing, but it may be just as important to know who I was before my crime, who I have become since, and about who I have become, the growth, the maturity, and the remorse." And he signs it, Mario Montero, prisoner number 119613. And I think that's how we are pleasantly defining him, as a prisoner, as a person that we've thrown away. And I would like to see him given an opportunity to make his case to a parole board, which we know is very stringent in Rhode Island and does not just willy-nilly release people. And so I think we should certainly see our way clear to passing this legislation. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Alquist?